بسم الله الرحمن الرحیم. شاگردای نهایت عزیز و گرانقدر، امید که خوب سلامت باشین و با فامیلایتان یک اوقات خوب داشته باشین. در کنار از اینکه خانه هستین درسایتان منظم بگیرین و بخونین. امروز به سلسله درسای گذشته ما درس جدید ما رو شروع میکنیم. A Frog Tale. تل به معنیش داستان، یک داستان بقه. Frog چرا میگه؟ بقه یا قورباغه. Objectives. A student will learn we can be successful in every task by our continuous hard work and struggle. A group of frogs were hopping contentedly through the woods when two of them fell into a deep pit. All of the other frogs gathered around the pit to see what could be done to help your companions. When they saw how deep the pit was, the rest of the dismayed group agreed that it was hopeless and told the two frogs in the pit that they should prepare themselves for their fate because they were as good as dead. Unwilling to accept this terrible fate, the two frogs began to jump with all of their might. Some of the frogs shouted into the pit that it was a place and that the two frogs wouldn't be in that situation if they had been more careful, more obedient to the frog rules, and more responsible. The other frogs continued sorrowfully shouted that they should save their energy and give up. Since they were already as good as dead, the two frogs continued jumping as hard as they could. And after several hours of this desperate effort were quite weary. Finally, one of the frogs took heed to the calls of his furious pain, and disheartened, he quietly resolved himself to his fate. Lie down at the bottom of the pit and died as the other looked on an helpless prey. The other frog continued to jump with every ounce of anger he had. Although his body was racked with pain and he was completely exhausted. His companions began anew, yelling for him to accept his fate, stop the pain and just die. The weary frog jumped harder and harder and wonder of wonders. Finally, leaped so high that he sprang from the pit. Amazed, the other frog celebrated his miraculous freedom and then gathering around him asked, "Why did you continue jumping?" Told you it was impossible. Reading their lips, and astonished frog explains to them that he was deaf and that when he saw their gesture and shouting, he thought they were cheering him on. What he had perceived and encouragement inspired him to try harder and successfully against all odds. خب شاگردای این داستان رو بر شما خواندم و حالا میخوانم و ترجمه میکنم. A Frog Tale، داستان بقه. Objectives، أهداف. The student will learn we can be successful in every task by our continuous hard working and struggle. میگه ما میتونیم موفق شویم در هر وظیفه با سخت کوشی و ادامه دادن و همو تلاش زیاد. A group of frogs were hopping contentedly through the woods when two of them fell into the deep pit. میگه گروپ از بقه ها میگه در حال هاپینگ، چی میگه؟ پایکوبی کردن، شادمانی کردن، رقص کردن. در حال پایکوبی یا خوشحالی بودن که چی شد؟ در چوب بودن که در پایین چوب یا بودن که خوشحالی میکردن که ناگهان دو تای زیاد در یک گودال افتیدن. Deep pit, گودال عمیق. All of the other frogs gathered around the pit to see what could be done to help your companions. و تمام از فراگ ها، گروپ از فراگ ها گرد گودال جمع شدن تا ببینن که چی انجام دادن میتونن به خاطر companions چرا نگه همراه. When they saw how deep the pit was, the first of the dismayed group agreed that it was hopeless and told the two frogs in the pit that they should prepare themselves for their fate. وقتی که میگم عمق از این گودال دیدن میگه متوقعی از این گروپ از بقاها میگه چی شدن؟ بقاهای ناامید میگه یا فهمیدن که یا کدام کمک کردن نمیتونن و به اون بقا گفتن که خدا به مخاطر به سرنوشتشان خدا بسپارن یا خدا را به سرنوشتشان آماده بسازن. Because they were as good as dead. به خاطر که نزدیک به مردن بودن. Unwilling to accept this terrible fate و یا مایل نبودن که می سرنوشت وحشتناک قبول کنن. The two frogs began to jump with all of their might و دو بقا با تمام ارادهشان خیز زدند. Some of the frogs shouted into the pit that was helpless and that the two frogs wouldn't be in that situation if they had been more careful, more obedient to the frog rules and more responsible. و گروپ از بقاها میگن چی میکردن؟ تا به داخل می گودال چیر و فریاد میزنن که it was helpless and که همین بقاها نمیتونن از این جا خودم نجات بدن و یا نمیتونن وارا کمک کنن و یا بین خود میگفتن اگه یا از این جا careful چی مراقب بودن و obedient اطاعت میکردن یا مطیع بودن و از قوانین بقاها و مسئولیت پذیر بودن یا هیچ وقت این گودال گیر نمیفتادن. The other frog continues sorrowfully shouted that they should save their energy and give up since they were already as good as dead. و گروپ از دیگه از بقاها به شکل بسیار متأثرانه چیر میزنن و میگفتن که باید انرژی خود سیف کنن تا وقتی که با چی هستن جان دارن تا وقتی که از بین میرن. The two frogs continued to jump as hard as they could و در دو بقاها بسیار زود خیز میزدن و حد کوها میتونستن. And after several hours of desperate effort were quite worried. و بعد از چندین ساعت چیست؟ ناامیدی یا نتونستن از وجه بیرون شد و ناامیدی بیشتر شد. Finally, one of the frogs took heed of the cause of his fellow's pain. When his hurt, he quietly resolved himself to his fate, lie down at the bottom of the pit and died as the others looked on the in helpless grip. و بالاخره یکی از بقاها بسیار زود تلاش زیاد کرد و نتونست که خودش از این سرنوشت نجات بده و در داخل از این گودال چی شد؟ از بین رفت و بسیار زود متاثر کننده و ناامید کننده برای دیگر بقاها بود. The other frog continued to jump with every ounce of energy he had. و بقیه دیگه که زنده مانده بود هر روز با تمام انرژی خیز می‌زد. Although his body was wrecked the pain and he was completely exhausted. با وجودی که تمام بدن از این با درد پوشانیده شده بود یا تمام وجودش درد داشت اما بازم به تلاش خود ادامه میداد. His companions begins anew yelling for him to accept his fate. و یک از همراهانش از بالا از این صدا میکرد که باید هم سرنوشت خود قبول کنه. Stop the pain, just die. از این قدر تلاش دست بکش و قد ببر. The worried frog jumped harder and harder. اما بقیه نگران بازم بسیار تلاش میکرد و با خیز زدن خود ادامه میداد. And wonder finally leaped so high that he sprang from the pit. و بالاخره بسیار خیز و بلندی زد تا که او از او گودال بیرون شد. Amazed, the other frogs celebrated his miraculous freedom and then gathering around him asked. و بسیار متعجب ساخته گمی بقاهای دیگره و سبب از چی شد؟ یک آزادی معجزه‌آسا شد. And the gathering around him و دیگه بقا گردش آمدن. Why did you continue jumping when told you it was impossible؟ و برش گفتن که چرا شما قرار با خیز زدن تا ادامه دارید وقتی که امکان پذیر نبود. Reading their lips, the astonished frog explained to them that he was deaf. و امی لبخانی کرد بقا و بسیار داد به شکل هیجانی برشان گفته که ما کرست. And that when you saw your gesture and shouting وقتی که امو گسترشان یا حالتشان یا سیغزهشان میدید, he thought they were cheering him on what he had perceived as an encouragement, inspired him to try harder and succeed against all odds. و فکر میکرد که یا وارد تشویق میکنه تا که از این حالت نجات پیدا کنه. خب شاگردای در صفحه 38 هم بر شما یک اکتیویتیز که شما را میخوانید و جواب میدید و لغاتش بر شما میخوانید و ترجمه میکنید. Continually رضایتمندانه true از طریق در میان frog بقا deep عمیق dismayed نگران unwilling بیمیل tribal وحشتناک situation حالت obedient اطاعت froggy امون فقرانه rules قانون responsible مسئول continued ادامه دادن companions همراه اینجا قهرمان نیستن همراه هستن companions همراه accept پذیرفتن sprang امون خیز زدن جست کردن یا miraculous معجزه آسا impossible ناممکن. خب شاگردای خدا کنه که درس امروزی ما را گرفته باشین تا درس بعدی به خداوند اقدام